mai tare batut lumina.
I'm sitting in the kitchen of the accommodation villa where I've been spending 4 days. It feels a little bit surreal because I've been here on my own 1.5 years ago. It was such a wonderful time. A little bit too warm outside. It was a heat wave, this I remember, but the experience was absolutely amazing, uplifting, and I promised myself that whenever I will be in the area that I will come back here. Everything was planned, it was not spontaneous, but I made sure to be here, to come back here. I feel so charged with good, with a state of pleasure and admiration and gratefulness, if I can say that. Today is Sunday and I've been to the church service. This space here is owned by the priest of the village church. It's such an unusual situation in a positive way, in a good way. The community is very tight-knit, it's a small community, but unfortunately the church was abandoned for many years. Some priests tried to come and work here and nobody managed to even start putting the church or bringing the church back to life. But Father Adrian Bobok and his family did wonders, not only in and around the church but in the community, and they have this guest house. Is a small charming guest house where they welcome travelers, they welcome friends. Actually most of the travelers become friends, and this is how I feel, and I felt so welcomed. They showed me around, they took good care of me. Outside is cold this time, it's very cold, but inside is warm and cozy. I slept good, I ate good. The kitchen is big so I could cook. I had my own fridge, and the plan now, and actually what also I would like to add is that last time and also this time they were so open to introduce me to their friends, so not only to the neighbors, the community here, but to their close friends. Their children are so sweet. What an experience, and of course I will return, and I will always keep a good thought and open heart towards them, towards the space here, the village, the area. The plan for now is coffee. Coffee and water from the fountain here. The guest house is only having or is supplied by the water from the fountain. I will be going to Herculane. I've been filming there as well. So here 1.5 years ago, in Herculane 1.5 years ago, in the very beginning of my channel. And I will be meeting Bianca, my friend and former colleague. She owns a guest house as well. It's a little bit bigger. I will be spending some days there, and then I will move forward. You'll be seeing. I will take different routes now. I will go along the Danube. I've never taken this route before. I'm very curious because I've read that it is the most spectacular, or one of the most spectacular routes in Europe. Maybe just along the Danube or not. I will read more into it. I didn't have time to go deeper. I wish to see if it's true. I'm sure it is. It's a bit more difficult now that it's raining, but maybe the rain will stop. So I will be showing you as much as I can, as much as I will see and be able to stop the car, because I don't think it's easy to stop the car there. Many cars are passing by. It's not a highway, but it's a fast street. Let's see. Coffee, water, a snack, and I will be ready to drive.
La nuit est si longue devant se maintenir. Une femme voit son présent qui naît dans la nuit. Les étoiles tombent à part face à la lune. Elle respire son corps, elle s'abandonne dans la nuit. Ses mains glissent entre son corps. Ses lèvres rouges, ses yeux velours. Le regard est ébloui. La magie tombe dans la nuit. Quand une impassionnément le cœur revit. On oublie avant l'aube n'écrit dans la nuit. Ses mains glissent entre son corps. Ses lèvres rouges, ses yeux velours. Le regard est ébloui. La magie tombe dans la nuit. La nuit est cruelle, buvant son alcool. Elle sonne son corps est nu, enflammé, il frôle. Les étoiles tombent à part face à la lune. Elle respire son corps, elle s'abandonne dans la nuit. Ses mains glissent entre son corps.
Fac ca lumea cum trebuie, adică nu mai vreau așa jumătăți de măsură sau încropeli sau...
Așa, proporțiile le văd. Uite ce frumos!
Mă gândesc la ceva și că vine să tușesc.
It feels like a long time has passed. I last spoke to you on Sunday after the church service in the village where I've been spending a few days. Today's Tuesday afternoon. I had such a good time in Ilidia village. I was telling you that the owner of the guest house is a priest, and the church service was organized by him. He's holding the whole church, the community there. The church was full, and at the end of the service, Father Adrian Bobok gave me this cross. He also offered one to other guests. This cross is made out of wood. He said a prayer, and he told us that many people wish to have golden crosses hanging around their neck, but maybe their heart is made out of wood, or other people are wearing a wooden cross, but their heart is made out of gold. Uh, he told us many stories. In general, he's so full of life and energy, a very intelligent, a very wise person, and open-minded. I don't know if you remember, but in a very early episode, 1.5 years ago, I was telling you that I had a negative experience with a priest in Bucharest, and it's so good and soothing to know that there are many church people, many church workers that have an open heart, open mind. They take every individual the way this person is without any judgment. And so I had a great time there. After that, I drove to Herculane Bath. It's a city. I've been there before once. The weather was not great, was not as fantastic as it was in Timișoara. I didn't visit much. I've been staying in the accommodation owned by my friends Bianca and Marius, where I've stayed before, and they invited me to Serbia. Serbia is not far away from Herculane Bath. I guess 25-30 minute drive. We went over the border. I've never been to Serbia before. It was everything spontaneous and so exciting. I simply couldn't believe. I couldn't believe that I'm crossing the border over a country where I've never been before. We had lunch. It was so nice. Danube is dividing the two countries. It was so beautiful. The whole way that I took from the Romanian village to Herculane was a dream. I constantly said to myself that the area looks like Lake Como. Lake Como in a natural state without those splendid villas that you see in Italy, but the nature is so similar. And on the opposite of the Romanian side is Serbia. Their food is delicious. I'm a vegetarian, and although they eat a lot of meat, I could find many vegetarian dishes, also cakes I took with me. I didn't visit much of Herculane Bath. It was cloudy and rainy, but I had a good long sleep, a good rest. And now maybe you can hear it, the construction noise. Actually, I'm going to let a little truck pass because it's too loud. It's slowly going down the hill. I'm inside a pavilion in the middle of the nature, in the middle of a forest. Right in front of me is a monastery that I so much wish to visit, but I wanted to talk a little bit with you before entering the premises. There is a monastery there. There are construction works taking place now. It's pretty loud. It's Tuesday, the middle of the day. People are working. The entrance is not through the main house, through the main building at the moment. So the entrance to the monastery is from the side of it, so from the right side of it. And there is a museum as well. All very interesting. I told you I've never been here before. This is the oldest monastery that was built in Romania country. So not modern Romania, but Romania before the unification of the states. Transylvania, Moldavia, and Romania country. So yeah, we have a big country. The monastery was built in the 14th century. I don't know the exact year, but I'm going to find out, by Saint Nicodim. He became a saint. I will see his remains here. There is a long tradition in the Orthodox Church that parts of some saints are exhibited in the church or monasteries where people can connect, where people can pray, they can say a prayer to thank, but also to ask whatever they wish. Maybe one day I'm going to develop this subject because it's something so special. I've seen some remains also in Ilidia village on Sunday after the church service. Father Adrian Bobok showed us some parts also of the cross that Jesus was crucified. And here on the right side of the monastery there is a museum. I'm going to give you more information. The museum was established by the National Bank of Romania. I know it sounds a little bit strange that the National Bank has a museum inside the monastery, but it's a very, very interesting story. I'm curious now to take a closer look and to also bring you some visual impressions. I hope that I will be allowed to film. Why not? Yeah. I said it before, it's very important to be able to share anything interesting about arts, knowledge, culture, nature. Everything is so beautiful. So see you soon. We are inside the museum. We are going down in the cave. It's chill. It's cold. I didn't expect it. And there is water dropping. Between 1944 and 1947, Romania's and Poland's treasures, gold, was hidden here in this cave in the monastery. I don't know the exact reason why, but as much as I understood, it needed to be protected from being stolen, from being robbed. It was the time after the Second World War. Times were uncertain, and this place guarded the value, the immense value, and it also took a risk. The monastery risked being demolished, exploded, attacked. Thank God, everything was safely hidden, protected. Poland regained their treasure. Romania as well. A lot of the gold went to Russia to be kept. That's another story. Unfortunately, Romania didn't recover 90% of what was given to Russia to be kept, to be saved, protected. There are so many discussions. There is such a long and painful story. But it's so good to know that Poland had trust in Romania, and the trust was not stolen. The trust in Romania was never put under question. They got back everything that was saved here. So yeah, it's good to see this place, to see such an important part of the history of Romania. So it's not just about visiting a monastery. I don't know how many of you believe in God, but this place is a place of prayer, a place of peace, a place of trust. I see the cave is much bigger than I expected. So let's continue. Let's see what's behind behind this little tunnel. As I said, even if you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in divinity, make sometimes a visit to such places, monasteries, because definitely I guarantee that you'll find a place where you can charge your batteries, a place of quiet, a place of soothing your heart, your soul. I look forward now visiting also the monastery to see how much is opened. Here is written that the National Bank of Poland brought here to the cave in 1939 51 boxes filled with gold. And again, I want to emphasize the fact that Poland's trust in Romania was never betrayed. They got back everything that was brought here to be kept from the attacks from the German attacks. They would have taken it, confiscated it, and Romania did the same with Russia. They were promised that everything will be saved, will be protected. Trains with gold were brought into Russia, and 90% of the objects, 90% of the gold, tezaur is named in Romania, Romanian language, was never given back, was never returned. I've just ended a visit inside the museum, inside the cave. I feel cold, it started to rain, and I would like to add something because I don't know much. I know very, very little, but I was told, of course I'm going to develop this topic in a different occasion, but I was told that the Romanian treasury, an immense treasury, our tezaur, consisted not only in gold, thousands of kilograms of gold, but also art, paintings, books, old books, manuscripts, and much more. Not just gold, but also different arts. We always say the value is so high up that you cannot put a price on them, and Romania was never getting them back. I believe in the good of people. I believe in a better future, good intentions, fairness, and I will live with the hope that one day what belongs to Romania will come back home, will come back to Romania. Let's pray for that. I'm going to enter now in the monastery. I've asked a nun what I can visit, and she said I can visit the church and anything I see open. I'm going to say a prayer for you as well, for my family, friends, and for justice, for peace and justice. The church is small, but it's so beautiful. It's so charming. It gives you such a state of coziness. Here are the holy remains of Saint Nicodemus. He built this monastery. Of course, it had a different form in the 14th century. I don't know the exact year. I think it's 1360. I'm going to tell you a little bit later the exact year. And right beside the box, there is a second box with other remains. The visit to Tismana Monastery was so relaxing, soothing, charming. I didn't expect less. Yes, there was a huge construction site, many workers, it was loud, but being stuck in the forest, being inside such a beautiful, picturesque place in the middle of the nature, in the middle of the forest, up on the mountain. The little church is also very charming, and I've spent some minutes there. I've said some prayers. I love the fact that it was not too bright, so although it was in the middle of the day, you felt like you are immersed in calm. And something happened there. I met a lady. I met a lady that I haven't seen in over 20 years. I've met her at national TV station TVR. I used to work there over 20 years ago, and we haven't met ever since. She still works at the TV station. She's creating different documentaries. She was there with a team with reporters, cameramen, light experts. They were doing some interviews, and I couldn't believe that there at Tismana, I've never been there before. We've met. I wasn't sure when I saw her first. I wanted to call her name, but I wasn't sure. But then we started to talk, and we discovered that we know each other. Nothing comes by chance. Now I'm in Turgujio. I've been here in the city just once, many years ago. I don't know when, for very short. This time the same. I'm going to be staying for 1 hour maybe. I've stopped to have something to eat. It's 6 o'clock. I haven't eaten anything. I didn't feel good in the morning, so I'm so much looking forward to eat a sandwich. Actually, it's a burger with egg, salad, French fries. I'm having alcohol-free beer, so I will take a rest. Everything is great. I came here by pure chance. I've asked around where I can eat something small. It is called Madam Restaurant in Turgujio. The service is impeccable. There are not many customers, and I've asked what I can have, a pizza or a burger, and I was recommended a burger. So I'm going to finish now my dish, and then I will continue driving for about 1 hour. If there is still light outside and time, I will stop to another monastery. Let's see, otherwise I will be arriving at the next place. It's a domain, it's wonderful. I've never been there before, but I've seen the photos. I'm counting the minutes to have a look at it, because I had the opportunity to choose the room. Beautiful views with a balcony and views. So yeah, I will be staying here for 1 hour and then continue the trip.
La nuit est si longue devant ce matin.